Hey there, science fans. Today, we're going to talk about something truly amazing. It's happening on the other side of the world in China. Get ready to learn about China's driverless sky train. This isn't science fiction. These trains are real and they are changing how people get around. This incredible technology was developed by a company called CRRC. They launched the first driverless ski train in the city of Zhengzhou back in 2020. Since then, these futuristic trains have been popping up in more and more cities across China. These trains are changing the game when it comes to public transportation. They are sleek, efficient, and best of all, completely automated. Buckle up as we explore what makes this technology so revolutionary. Now, you might be wondering, how do these trains work without a conductor? It's a fascinating question that leads us into the world of advanced technology and innovation. Well, it's all thanks to some cutting-edge technology. These trains are a marvel of modern engineering. These trains are packed with advanced systems that allow them to operate autonomously. They are designed to be efficient, safe, and reliable. First, we have artificial intelligence, or AI. Think of it as the train's brain. This AI is constantly processing information and making decisions. It helps the train think and make decisions. The AI analyzes vast amounts of data in real time to ensure smooth operation. It uses data from sensors to figure out the best routes and avoid obstacles. These sensors are like the train's eyes and ears. Then there's LiDAR, which is like radar but with lasers. This technology is crucial for the train's navigation. LiDAR helps the train see its surroundings. It sends out laser beams and measures the reflections to create a detailed map. It creates a three-dimensional map of the environment so the train knows where everything is. This ensures precise and safe navigation. Of course, no train would be complete without cameras. These cameras provide essential visual data. These aren't your everyday cameras, though. They are high definition and designed for all weather conditions. They provide a 360-degree view around the train so it can see everything. This panoramic view is crucial for safety. And don't forget about the communication systems. These systems ensure the train stays connected. They keep the train connected to the control center just like a cell phone. This constant communication is vital for monitoring and control. Finally, all of the data from the train is sent to the cloud. This allows for continuous monitoring and analysis. This allows the system to learn and improve over time. Pretty cool, right? The future of transportation is here, and it's incredibly exciting. Now, let's talk about what it's like to ride on one of these futuristic trains. These trains are not just a glimpse into the future. They are a testament to how far technology has come in making our daily commutes more efficient and enjoyable. First of all, they are incredibly smooth. The ride is so seamless that you might even forget you're on a train. You'll feel like you're gliding through the air. The advanced suspension systems and precision engineering ensure a ride that's as smooth as silk. And because they are driverless, you won't experience any jerky starts or stops. The automated systems handle everything with perfect timing and precision. Safety is a top priority too. These trains are designed with the latest safety technologies to ensure passenger well-being. These trains are equipped with multiple safety systems. From advanced sensors to automated emergency responses, every aspect is covered. They have sensors that can detect obstacles on the tracks and emergency brakes that can stop the train quickly if needed. This ensures that any potential hazards are dealt with promptly. Another great feature is their energy efficiency. These trains are designed to be as eco-friendly as possible. These trains are designed to use less energy than traditional trains. This not only reduces operational costs, but also minimizes their environmental footprint. They even have regenerative braking, which captures energy when the train slows down and uses it to power other systems. This innovative feature makes them even more sustainable. And here's the best part, these trains are designed to work seamlessly with other forms of transportation. This integration makes commuting more convenient and efficient. Imagine taking the subway, hopping on the driverless sky train, and then catching a bus, all with one ticket. This level of integration is what makes urban transportation truly futuristic. That's the future of urban transportation. A seamless, efficient, and eco-friendly system that makes getting around the city a breeze. Now, you might be thinking, Skytrains aren't exactly new, are they? And you're right, but China's driverless Skytrains are a whole different ballgame. First of all, the level of automation is incredible. Unlike older Skytrain systems that still require human operators, these trains are completely autonomous. They don't need a driver at all. Second, they are highly scalable. That means it's easy to add more trains or extend the lines as needed. This is crucial in rapidly growing cities. Finally, these driverless Skytrains are much more cost-efficient to operate. Without the need for drivers, labor costs are significantly reduced. And thanks to their energy efficiency, they also save money on electricity. It's a win-win. Section 5. America's uphill battle, why the US struggles to keep pace. So if this technology is so great, why don't we have driverless Skytrains in the United States? Well, it's complicated. You see, the US faces a unique set of challenges that make it difficult to implement innovative transportation systems like this. One major obstacle is the way things are regulated in the US. Our transportation laws are very complex and slow to adapt to new technologies. This makes it challenging for companies to test and deploy these new systems. Another hurdle is funding. Building new transportation infrastructure, especially something as advanced as a driverless Skytrain system, requires a lot of money. And unfortunately, public transportation funding in the US has been lacking for decades. But it's not just about money and regulations, there are also social and cultural factors at play. Let's explore those in the next sections. Section 6, red tape and empty pockets, regulatory and funding challenges in the US. Let's talk about the first challenge, regulations. Regulations are essential for ensuring safety and standardization, but they can also be a double-edged sword. In the US, there are many government agencies involved in regulating transportation. These agencies include the Department of Transportation, the Federal Transit Administration, and various state and local bodies. This can create a lot of bureaucratic hurdles for companies trying to introduce new technologies. Navigating through the maze of paperwork and compliance can be daunting and time-consuming. For example, a company wanting to build a driverless Skytrain system might need approval from local, state, and federal agencies. Each level of government has its own set of requirements and standards. Each agency might have its own set of rules and regulations, and the process can take years. This can significantly delay the implementation of innovative transportation solutions. Then, there's the issue of funding. Funding is the lifeblood of any public transportation project, but securing it is often a major challenge. Public transportation projects in the US often rely on government funding, which can be scarce and unreliable. This inconsistency can halt projects midway, leaving them incomplete. Politicians might prioritize other projects over public transit, or they might disagree on how to fund it. These political disagreements can lead to delays and budget cuts. This lack of consistent funding makes it difficult to plan and execute long-term projects like building a driverless Skytrain system. Without reliable funding, projects can stall indefinitely. It's like trying to build a house without a blueprint or enough bricks. The vision is there, but the resources and support are often lacking, making progress slow and uncertain. Section 7. Winning hearts and minds, public perception as a roadblock. Beyond the political and financial hurdles, there's another challenge: public perception. Many Americans are hesitant about driverless technology, especially when it comes to something like a train carrying passengers high above the ground. Think about it. We've all heard stories about self-driving cars malfunctioning. These stories, while often exaggerated, can create fear and distrust in the minds of the public. Overcoming this fear is crucial. People need to be reassured that driverless technology is safe and reliable. This requires transparency from companies and government agencies. They need to clearly communicate how the technology works and what safety measures are in place. It's also important to remember that new technology can be scary at first, but with time and education, people can become more comfortable with it. Section 8. A nation divided, fragmented systems hinder progress. The final challenge the US faces is the fragmented nature of its transportation systems. Unlike China, where the government has a more centralized approach to planning, the US has a patchwork of different transportation agencies across the country. Each city or region might have its own public transportation system, making it difficult to implement A unified system like China's driverless SkyTrain. It's like trying to fit together puzzle pieces from different puzzles. This lack of coordination can lead to inefficiencies and make it harder to secure funding for large-scale projects. To truly embrace innovative transportation solutions like driverless SkyTrains, the US needs to find a way to bridge these divides. It's a big challenge, but not an insurmountable one. By working together, we can create a more connected and efficient transportation future. Section 9, a glimpse into the future. Global impact on transportation. Despite the challenges, it's clear that driverless technology is the future of transportation, and China's driverless SkyTrain is a glimpse into that future. It's a future where transportation is faster, smoother, and more sustainable. Imagine cities with less traffic congestion, cleaner air, and shorter commute times. That's the potential of driverless technology. It's not just about convenience, it's about creating a better future for everyone. China's success is inspiring other countries, including the United States, to invest in similar innovations. We might not have driverless SkyTrains zooming through our cities just yet, but it's only a matter of time. As we continue to explore the possibilities of driverless technology, it's important to remember that the goal is not just to replace human drivers. It's about creating a safer, more efficient, and more sustainable transportation system for all. And that's something we can all get behind.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving headfirst into the thrilling world of artificial intelligence, where a new challenger has emerged from the East. Imagine this, a small team of brilliant minds in China have just shaken the very foundations of the AI industry. Their weapon? A revolutionary large language model called Deepseek. This isn't just another technological advancement, it's a paradigm shift, a seismic tremor that's sending shockwaves through Silicon Valley and beyond. Deepseek is not just powerful, it's astonishingly affordable, built on a budget that's less than your morning coffee compared to the billions spent by tech giants. We're talking about AI that can go toe-to-toe with the best from OpenAI and Google, developed for a mere $5.6 million. This is a story of innovation, disruption, and the democratization of one of the most transformative technologies of our time. Let's get into it. Picture this. The global AI race is heating up, with the US and China trying for dominance. The US, with its tech giants like Google and OpenAI, seem to have an insurmountable lead. But then, from the heart of China's tech scene, emerges Deepseek. They weren't fazed by the strict US chip export restrictions. They saw an opportunity to rewrite the rules of the game. Deepseek is a testament to their ingenuity. It stands shoulder to shoulder with the most advanced large language AI models. They did it all on a shoestring budget. While OpenAI and Google poured billions, Deepseek achieved groundbreaking results with a fraction of the cost. How did Deepseek achieve the seemingly impossible? Outmaneuvering AI giants with fewer resources? Their secret is efficiency, innovation, and optimization. They maximized GPU usage and embraced large language model distillation. This made AI more accessible and affordable. Their models even surpassed OpenAI, Gemini, and many other US-based large language. The world of AI is a competitive arena, and benchmarks are the ultimate testing ground. These standardized tests measure an large language model's capabilities across various tasks, providing a clear picture of its strengths and weaknesses. Deepseek didn't shy away from these challenges, they embraced them head-on. They knew that for Deepseek V3 to be taken seriously, it had to prove itself against the very best. And prove itself, it did. Deepseek V3 entered the arena, not as an underdog but as a force to be reckoned with. It dominated benchmarks like AME 2024 and Math 500, showcasing its prowess in advanced reasoning and problem-solving. These victories sent shockwaves through the AI community, challenging the long-held assumption that true AI excellence could only come from Silicon Valley. Deepseek's success proved that innovation knows no borders, and that the future of large language models are up for grabs. At the heart of Deepseek's success are two groundbreaking large language models, R10 and R1. These models represent a significant leap forward in large language development, each pushing the boundaries of what's possible in artificial intelligence. R10 is a marvel of self-learning. It learns entirely through a process called reinforcement learning, where it interacts with its environment, receives feedback, and adjusts its behavior accordingly. This allows R10 to develop remarkable self-verification and reflection skills, essentially learning to think for itself and evaluate its own performance. Building upon the foundation laid by R10, the R1 model takes large language models to the next level. R1 benefits from additional training techniques that enhance its readability, reasoning abilities, and alignment with human preferences. This means that R1 can generate not just grammatically correct text, but text that is engaging, informative, and tailored to a human audience. These models are the culmination of Deepseek's relentless pursuit of large language excellence, embodying their commitment to pushing the boundaries of what's possible. The emergence of Deepseek has shifted the balance of power in the global AI landscape. No longer is the United States the undisputed leader in artificial intelligence. China, with companies like Deepseek at the forefront, has firmly established itself as a major player in the AI arena. Deepseek's achievements have reverberated throughout the industry, forcing the world to recognize China's rapidly advancing AI capabilities. Their success is a testament to the power of innovation and a clear signal that the future of AI is no longer a foregone conclusion. But Deepseek's impact extends far beyond national pride. Their open-source approach to AI development has the potential to democratize access to this transformative technology, making it available to researchers, developers, and businesses worldwide. This open and collaborative approach stands in stark contrast to the more guarded strategies employed by some Western AI companies, signaling a potential shift in the global AI landscape. The financial world, always sensitive to disruption, has taken notice of Deepseek's rise. The news of a powerful, affordable, and open-source large language model sent ripples through the stock market, particularly impacting companies heavily invested in AI. Shares of tech giants like Microsoft, which has poured billions into OpenAI, Google, and chipmaker Nvidia, took a hit as investors grappled with the implications of Deepseek's success. The question on everyone's mind: if a $5.6 million large language model can compete with those built for billions, what does that mean for the future of AI investments? The market's reaction underscores the magnitude of Deepseek's achievement. This isn't just a technological breakthrough, it's a market disruptor, challenging the status quo and forcing investors to reevaluate the future of artificial intelligence. Deepseek's commitment to open-source AI is perhaps their most radical move. In a world where companies like OpenAI and Google keep their large language models closely guarded, Deepseek's open-source approach is a breath of fresh air. By making their large language models freely available, Deepseek is democratizing access to AI, empowering developers and researchers around the world to build upon their work. This open-source model of innovation has the potential to accelerate AI development exponentially, leading to a Cambrian explosion of new applications and ideas. The implications of this approach are far-reaching. Imagine a world where the most advanced AI tools are no longer locked behind paywalls, but accessible to anyone with an internet connection. Deepseek's capabilities are revolutionizing the AI landscape, reshaping the entire AI economy, and forcing companies to rethink their strategies and adapt to a new era of AI development. However, Deepseek's rise is not without its caveats. The company operates within the framework of China's internet regulations, which are known for their strict censorship policies. This raises concerns about the potential for AI censorship, where AI models are trained to filter information and generate content that aligns with specific political agendas. The question arises, will Deepseek's large language models be influenced by these restrictions, and if so, how will this impact the global AI landscape? The potential for AI to be used as a tool for censorship is a serious concern, and it's crucial to have open discussions about the ethical implications of AI development and deployment. As AI becomes increasingly powerful and pervasive, it's essential to ensure that it's used responsibly and ethically, respecting freedom of expression and access to information. The AI landscape is constantly evolving, and Deepseek's arrival has added another layer of complexity and excitement to the mix. The future of AI is now more uncertain than ever, but one thing is clear. Deepseek has changed the game. Their success suggests that we may soon witness the commoditization of large language models, where the focus shifts from developing these models to utilizing them for higher-level reasoning and problem-solving. This opens up a world of possibilities, from AI-powered scientific discovery to the automation of complex tasks that were once thought to be the exclusive domain of human intelligence. The battle for AI supremacy is far from over, but Deepseek has shown that innovation can come from anywhere, and that the future of AI is up for grabs. So what do you think about Deepseek and the future of AI? Will their open-source, affordable approach revolutionize the industry? Will we see a shift towards more accessible and democratized AI? Or will the tech giants maintain their grip on this transformative technology? This is a conversation that's just beginning, and your voice is an important part of it.
China's doing big things. They're not just making copies anymore, they're leading the way in transportation, making things we only dream of. It's about time someone changed things up. Other car makers are stuck in their ways, making the same old gas-guzzling cars. But China, they see what's coming and they're not afraid to take charge. This isn't something far off in the future, this is happening now. Floating SUVs, trains in the sky without drivers, and taxis that fly. It's mind-blowing. Get ready, because China is about to show us the future of transportation. You don't want to miss this. I love a good SUV. Big, strong, ready for anything. But the BYD Yangwang U8, this changes everything. Imagine you're driving and suddenly there's a...
The balance of global military power is a conversation that never truly ends. It only evolves. Today, that evolution takes us to the skies over China, where two new shapes have entered the ring. Stealth aircraft, shrouded in secrecy and whispered about in hushed tones for months, are no longer rumors. They're real, they're here, and the world is watching. On December 26, 2024, China did something few saw coming. They revealed not one but two previously unknown stealth aircraft in test flights over populated areas. These weren't just quick flybys either. These were deliberate displays of advanced technology, meant to showcase China's growing military might. The message was clear. China is here, they're capable, and they're not slowing down. But what do these new aircraft actually mean for the global balance of power? Are we on the cusp of a new era of aerial combat? Or is this just carefully orchestrated hype? Today we're diving deep into China's new stealth jets to find out if they're game changers, or just another bluff in an increasingly high-stakes game. It's not every day that a nation unveils brand new military hardware, let alone two at once, but that's exactly what China did on December 26, 2024. These weren't your run-of-the-mill aircraft reveals either. They didn't wheel them out in a hangar for a photo shoot. Instead, they sent them soaring over populated areas, making sure the world knew exactly what they were up to. Both aircraft were captured on video by civilians on the ground, and the footage spread like wildfire across the internet. The grainy images and videos, often taken from unusual angles, only added to the intrigue. What were these mysterious new aircraft, and what did they say about China's ambitions? The first aircraft, a sleek, tailless delta wing design, immediately drew comparisons to the United States' own fleet of advanced stealth aircraft, like the B-2 Spirit and the upcoming B-21 Raider. While significantly smaller than its American counterparts, the new Chinese aircraft's angular design and lack of vertical stabilizers screamed stealth to anyone familiar with modern military aviation. The second aircraft, while less visually striking than the tailless Delta, was no less intriguing. This twin-engine, flying-wing design bore a resemblance to some of the unmanned aircraft concepts being explored by the United States, suggesting that China may be making strides in the field of drone warfare as well. The fact that both aircraft were seen flying suggests that they are at least at a relatively advanced stage of development. After all, China is notoriously secretive about its military programs, so the decision to publicly fly these aircraft, even in testing, speaks volumes about their confidence in the technology. The timing of the reveal, just days after Christmas, was likely no coincidence either. With much of the world focused on holidays, China may have been hoping to minimize the immediate international reaction. However, the move seems to have backfired, as the surprise reveal has only served to heighten global interest and speculation. These reveals mark a pivotal moment in the ongoing narrative of military power, raising more questions than answers. What are these aircraft specifically designed to do? How do they stack up against existing American and allied technologies? And perhaps most importantly, what do they tell us about China's long-term strategic goals? Let's break down what we know, or at least what we can reasonably speculate about, starting with the tailless delta-wing aircraft, which has been tentatively dubbed the J-36 by defense analysts. This thing is a puzzle wrapped in an enigma, and everyone from armchair analysts to the Pentagon wants to know what makes it tick. First off, the J-36 is not a small aircraft. While not as massive as the American B-2 Spirit, it's considerably larger than the J-20, China's current top-tier stealth fighter. This suggests a few possibilities. One is that the J-36 is intended to be a long-range strike aircraft, capable of penetrating enemy defenses and delivering heavy payloads deep behind enemy lines. Think of it as China's answer to the B-21 Raider, a platform designed to make even the most well-defended targets sweat. Another possibility is that the J-36 is intended to be a multi-role fighter, capable of both air-to-air and air-to-ground missions. This would make it a more versatile platform than a dedicated bomber, able to go toe-to-toe with enemy fighters while also holding ground targets at risk. Adding fuel to the speculative fire is the J-36's rumored 3-engine configuration. While most modern fighters stick to 1 or 2 engines, the J-36 appears to be packing an extra power plant. This could give it the extra oomph needed to lug around a heavier payload or achieve greater range, further hinting at its potential role as a long-range strike or multi-role platform. The tailless Delta design itself is a fascinating choice as it offers some inherent advantages for a stealth aircraft. By eliminating the vertical stabilizers or tail fins, the J-36 presents a much smaller radar cross-section from certain angles, making it harder to detect by enemy radar. However, this design choice comes with its own set of challenges. Tailless aircraft can be inherently unstable, requiring sophisticated fly-by-wire systems to maintain control. These systems, while impressive feats of engineering, add complexity and potential points of failure. Despite the unknowns, the J-36's very existence is a testament to China's growing aerospace capabilities. They've clearly been hard at work, pushing the boundaries of stealth technology, and the J-36 is a physical manifestation of that effort. Now, let's turn our attention to the second aircraft, the twin-engine flying wing design that has some analysts scratching their heads. Unlike the J-36, which has drawn comparisons to existing aircraft, this drone is a bit of a wild card. The most striking feature of this aircraft is its shape. The flying wing design, while not entirely new, is relatively uncommon in military aviation. This design prioritizes aerodynamic efficiency and a low radar cross-section, but it can be inherently unstable, requiring advanced flight control systems. What makes this aircraft even more interesting is that it appears to be unmanned. While we can't say for certain without official confirmation, the lack of a visible cockpit and the aircraft's overall size suggests that this is likely a drone. If this is indeed an unmanned aircraft, it opens up a whole new can of worms. Unmanned combat air vehicles, or UCAVs, are a rapidly developing field in military technology, and China appears to be throwing its hat into the ring. The potential advantages of UCAVs are numerous. They can be designed to be smaller and stealthier than manned aircraft, making them more difficult to detect and target. They can also stay aloft for longer periods, loiter over battlefields, and even be programmed to carry out autonomous missions. The fact that China is developing a stealthy flying wing drone suggests that they are looking beyond traditional fighter jets and bombers. They're exploring new and potentially game-changing ways to project power and dominate the skies. Of course, we don't know the exact purpose of this drone. It could be designed for reconnaissance, gathering intelligence deep behind enemy lines without risking a pilot. It could be armed, capable of delivering precision strikes from afar. Or, it could be something else entirely, a platform for testing even more advanced technologies. The emergence of this drone adds another layer of complexity to China's growing air power. It's a clear sign that they're not simply playing catch-up with the United States. They're actively seeking to leapfrog existing capabilities and carve out their own niche in the future of warfare. One of the most talked about aspects of China's new aircraft is their stealth capabilities. Both the J-36 and the flying wing drone incorporate design elements specifically intended to minimize their radar signatures, making them harder to detect and track by enemy radar systems. Stealth technology is all about reducing an aircraft's radar cross-section, or RCS, which is a measure of how detectable an object is by radar. The smaller the RCS, the harder it is for radar to see the aircraft. Both the J-36's tailless delta design and the drone's flying wing configuration are inherently conducive to a low RCS. These designs minimize the number of sharp angles and protrusions that can reflect radar waves, effectively making the aircraft less visible to enemy sensors. In addition to their shapes, China's new aircraft likely incorporate radar-absorbent materials, or RAM, in their construction. RAM is a special type of material that absorbs radar waves, further reducing the aircraft's RCS. The implications of these stealth capabilities are significant. Stealth aircraft have the potential to reshape the battlefield by giving one side a distinct advantage in situational awareness and first-strike capability. Imagine a scenario where a fleet of stealthy J-36s, undetected by enemy radar, can penetrate deep into enemy airspace, taking out critical infrastructure and air defenses before the enemy even knows what hit them. This is the kind of game-changing potential that stealth technology offers. However, it's important to note that stealth is not an invisibility cloak. While it can significantly reduce an aircraft's detectability, it doesn't make it completely invisible. Modern radar systems, particularly those operating at lower frequencies, are becoming increasingly adept at detecting even stealthy aircraft. Moreover, stealth technology is not a one-time investment. It requires constant research, development, and adaptation to stay ahead of evolving radar technologies. While stealth technology is certainly a force multiplier, it's not a silver bullet. It's just one piece of a much larger puzzle when it comes to achieving air superiority. As China continues to advance its stealth technology, questions arise about whether these developments could be a precursor to a larger conflict, possibly even World War III. The United States, with its own advanced stealth capabilities, will undoubtedly be watching closely and preparing to counter any potential threats. The stakes are high, and the world is watching to see how these technological advancements will shape the future of air combat and global security. The unveiling of China's new stealth aircraft is more than just a technological showcase. It's a strategic move with far-reaching implications for the regional and global balance of power. To understand the significance of these aircraft, we need to look beyond their technical specifications and delve into China's broader strategic objectives. China's military modernization program is driven by a desire to secure its interests in the region and establish itself as a leading global power. A key part of this strategy involves challenging the United States' long-standing military dominance, particularly in the Asia-Pacific region. For decades, the United States has enjoyed unchallenged air superiority in most theaters of operation. American aircraft carriers, backed by a vast network of bases and advanced fighter jets, have projected power across the globe. China's new stealth aircraft are a direct challenge to this dominance. By developing aircraft with advanced stealth capabilities, longer ranges, and potentially greater payloads, China is signaling its intention to contest the skies in any future conflict. The J-36, with its potential as a long-range strike aircraft, could pose a credible threat to American assets in the Pacific, including aircraft carriers and bases. The flying wing drone, with its potential for reconnaissance and strike missions, could further complicate the picture for American forces operating in the region. These developments are particularly concerning for Taiwan, which relies heavily on the United States for its defense. China has made no secret of its desire to reunify Taiwan with the mainland by force if necessary. The development of advanced stealth aircraft gives China more options in a potential conflict over Taiwan. It could use these aircraft to try to neutralize Taiwan's defenses, paving the way for a ground invasion. However, it's important to note that military power is about more than just hardware. The United States still maintains a significant edge in terms of training, experience, and systems integration. China's new aircraft are impressive technological achievements, but it remains to be seen how they will perform in a real-world conflict. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, or rather, the eagle in the sky. How do China's new stealth aircraft stack up against the United States' own next-generation fighters? The United States has been at the forefront of stealth technology for decades, and its latest fighter jets, the F-35 Lightning II and the upcoming Next-Generation Air Dominance or NGAD platform, are testaments to its technological prowess. The F-35, while not without its critics, is a highly capable multi-role fighter with advanced stealth capabilities, sensor fusion, and networking capabilities. It's designed to be the backbone of the U.S. Air Force, Navy, and Marine Corps for decades to come. The NGAD program, shrouded in even more secrecy than usual, is developing a family of systems that will replace the F-22 Raptor as the U.S.'s premier air superiority fighter. Details are scarce, but the NGAD platform is expected to incorporate cutting-edge technologies, including artificial intelligence, directed energy weapons, and potentially even hypersonic capabilities. So, where does China's J-36 fit into this picture? On paper, the J-36 appears to be designed to fulfill a similar role to the American B-21 Raider, as a long-range strike platform capable of penetrating enemy defenses and delivering heavy payloads. However, it's important to note that the J-36 is still in its early testing stages. It will likely be several years before it enters service, if it ever does. In the meantime, the United States will continue to refine its own stealth aircraft and develop even more advanced technologies. The flying wing drone is a bit of a wild card. The United States is also investing heavily in drone technology, but it's unclear how China's drone compares to American counterparts in terms of capabilities and performance. In terms of raw technology, China is still playing catch-up. The United States has a significant head start in stealth technology, sensor fusion, and other key areas. However, China is rapidly closing the gap, and its new aircraft are a clear indication that it's a force to be reckoned with. The real question is not whether China can match American technology, but whether it can match American experience, training, and doctrine. The United States has decades of experience operating and maintaining advanced fighter jets, and its pilots are among the best trained in the world. China still has a long way to go to catch up in these areas. However, its rapid military modernization and its willingness to invest heavily in new technologies should not be underestimated. Chapter 7. Separating Fact from Fiction. The challenges of assessing early-stage military tech. When it comes to analyzing emerging military technologies, it's important to temper our excitement with a healthy dose of skepticism. The truth is, we're dealing with a lot of unknowns and assumptions when it comes to China's new aircraft. For starters, we don't even know the official designations of these aircraft. The J-36 moniker is purely speculative, based on China's existing naming conventions for its fighter jets. For all we know, this aircraft could be intended for a completely different role, such as a high-speed reconnaissance platform, or even an electronic warfare aircraft. The same goes for the flying wing drone. Without official confirmation from China, we can only speculate about its purpose, capabilities, and intended role in China's military strategy. It's also worth considering that these aircraft might not even be intended for mass production. They could be experimental platforms, designed to test out new technologies and concepts before being incorporated into future aircraft designs. China has a history of developing and testing multiple prototypes before settling on a final design. The J-20, for example, went through a lengthy development process with several different iterations before entering service. It's entirely possible that the J-36 and the flying wing drone are simply stepping stones on the path to even more advanced aircraft. Another factor to consider is the potential for disinformation. China is notoriously secretive about its military programs, and it has a history of using propaganda and misinformation to mislead its adversaries. It's possible that some of the information circulating about these aircraft is intentionally misleading, designed to exaggerate China's capabilities or sow confusion among its rivals. In short, it's important to avoid jumping to conclusions based on limited information. We need to be patient, gather more data, and analyze the situation carefully before making any definitive judgments about the capabilities and intentions behind China's new stealth aircraft. So the big question on everyone's mind is, should the United States be worried? The short answer is yes, but not panicked. While China's new stealth aircraft are undoubtedly a significant development, they don't represent an immediate existential threat to the United States or its allies. At least not yet. The United States still maintains a significant military advantage over China in several key areas. First and foremost, the U.S. military has decades of experience in developing, deploying, and operating advanced stealth aircraft. This experience has given the U.S. a deep understanding of stealth technology, its limitations, and how to counter it. Secondly, the United States has a vast network of allies and partners around the world, many of whom are also investing in advanced military technologies. This network provides the U.S. with a strategic depth and a logistical advantage that China cannot match. Thirdly, the U.S. military benefits from a culture of innovation and a robust defense industrial base that is constantly pushing the boundaries of what's possible. From directed energy weapons to hypersonic missiles, the U.S. is investing heavily in technologies that could maintain its military edge for decades to come. However, it would be a mistake to underestimate China's determination or its ability to close the gap. China is investing heavily in its military, and it is making rapid progress in key areas like stealth technology, artificial intelligence, and hypersonic weapons. The United States cannot afford to rest on its laurels. It needs to continue to invest in its own military capabilities, strengthen its alliances, and adapt to the changing nature of warfare. The era of unchallenged American military dominance is over. The United States needs to be prepared for a future where it will face increasingly capable and determined competitors like China. China's new stealth aircraft are a wake-up call for the United States. They serve as a stark reminder that the global balance of power is shifting, and that the U.S. can no longer take its military dominance for granted. For decades, the U.S. has enjoyed a relatively unchallenged position as the world's leading military power. This dominance has allowed the U.S. to project power around the globe, deter aggression, and shape the international order to its liking. However, this era is coming to an end. China's rise as a global power, coupled with its rapid military modernization, is challenging the U.S.'s long-standing supremacy. China is no longer content to play second fiddle to the United States. It has ambitions of its own, and it is building the military capabilities to achieve them. The United States needs to adapt to this new reality. It can no longer afford to assume that it will always have the technological edge or the military might to prevail in any conflict. It needs to be smarter, more agile, and more innovative than ever before. This means investing in next-generation technologies like hypersonic weapons, directed energy weapons, and artificial intelligence. It means strengthening alliances and partnerships with countries that share U.S. values and interests. And it means developing new operational concepts and doctrines that are tailored to the challenges of 21st century warfare. The United States has faced down challenges before, and it has always emerged stronger. But this time is different. The stakes are higher, the competition is fiercer, and the margin for error is smaller. The unveiling of China's new stealth aircraft is more than just a regional concern. It's a global game-changer. It signifies a fundamental shift in the balance of air power, one with implications that extend far beyond the skies over the Pacific. For decades, the United States has reigned supreme in the realm of military aviation. Its fighter jets, bombers, and reconnaissance aircraft have projected power and influence across the globe, shaping the outcome of conflicts and influencing the course of history. But that era of unchallenged dominance is drawing to a close. China's new stealth aircraft are a tangible manifestation of its ambition to challenge the existing world order and reshape it in its own image. They represent a concerted effort to level the playing field, to develop the capabilities needed to counter American air power and assert Chinese dominance in the region and beyond. This shift in the balance of power has profound implications for global security and stability. As China's military capabilities grow, so too does its ability to project power, influence events far from its borders, and challenge the interests of the United States and its allies. The potential flashpoints are numerous and well documented: the Taiwan Strait, the South China Sea, the East China Sea, and even beyond the Asia-Pacific region. China's growing assertiveness, coupled with its expanding military might, raises the specter of conflict in these and other regions, conflicts that could easily escalate and draw in other major powers. The world is entering a new and uncertain era, one defined by great power competition and the ever-present risk of conflict. In this environment, the ability to project power and defend one's interests from the air will be more critical than ever before. The emergence of China's new stealth aircraft is a sobering reminder that the future of air power is anything but certain. It's a complex, evolving landscape, and staying informed is crucial. For in-depth analysis and ongoing coverage of this and other critical defense stories, be sure to visit our news. We're your go-to source for understanding the evolving world of military technology and its impact on global security. As we've explored in this video, the stakes are incredibly high. China's advancements should serve as a call to action for continued investment in cutting-edge technologies and strategic partnerships. The United States and its allies cannot afford to fall behind in this rapidly evolving technological arms race. What are your thoughts on China's new stealth aircraft? Do you think they pose a significant threat to the US and its allies? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's keep the conversation going. The world is changing. Artificial intelligence, once a figment of science fiction, is now a reality, rapidly reshaping industries, economies, and even the global balance of power. The race for AI dominance between the United States and China is a struggle for the future, with profound implications for economic prosperity, national security, and the very nature of power itself. Recently, China announced a 60 billion yuan AI investment fund, underscoring the high stakes of this technological race. China's AI ambitions are backed by concrete action and an unwavering commitment from the highest levels of government. The dragon of Chinese AI is awakening, and the world is watching with a mixture of awe and apprehension. awakening a giant. A future defined by technology. The implications of this AI race extend far beyond the realms of Silicon Valley and Shenzhen. The nation that controls AI will have a decisive advantage in shaping the world according to its vision, influencing everything from international trade and technological standards to military power and geopolitical alliances. China's AI ambitions represent a bold vision for the future, one where China sets the global agenda for artificial intelligence and its applications. This vision, often referred to as China AI 2030, outlines a comprehensive roadmap for transforming China into the world's leading AI power by the end of this decade. Elon Musk's influence on AI development has been significant, pushing the boundaries of what's possible. The US views China's AI surge as a direct threat to its technological dominance, a concern that was prominent during the Trump administration. Meanwhile, Russia has been closely monitoring China's advancements, weighing its own position in the global AI race. China's commitment to AI dominance is backed by a staggering amount of financial firepower. Billions are being poured into AI dominance. The sheer scale and speed of China's AI investment send a clear message to the world. China is serious about AI, and it's willing to spend whatever it takes to achieve its ambitious goals. Cultivating China's AI army. China's AI ambitions are about cultivating a new generation of AI talent, a skilled workforce capable of driving the country's technological revolution. By investing in its people, China is building a formidable AI army, one that is well equipped to compete and win in the global race for AI dominance. China's approach to AI is shifting towards indigenous innovation, focusing on developing its own core AI technologies. As China continues to invest in indigenous innovation, it's poised to become a global leader in AI, not just a follower. China's quest for indigenous innovation. Washington's answer to China's AI surge is multifaceted. The rapid rise of China's AI prowess has sent shockwaves through Washington, triggering a sense of urgency and a scramble for effective countermeasures. The U.S. response has been characterized by a mix of economic sanctions, export controls, and diplomatic pressure. One of the most contentious aspects of the U.S. response has been the use of export controls to restrict China's access to advanced technologies, particularly in the semiconductor industry. Critics argue that cutting off Chinese companies from U.S. technology will only incentivize them to develop their own indigenous alternatives, potentially eroding U.S. dominance in the long run. Export controls and the battle for tech supremacy. Navigating the complexities of technological competition. The U.S. response to China's AI surge is complicated by internal divisions and a lack of consensus. The tech industry worries that export controls could stifle innovation and harm competitiveness. The Biden administration must balance national security, innovation, and economic interests. This technological competition will have profound implications for the future. The relentless march of artificial intelligence is not merely reshaping industries, it's redrawing the map of global power. For decades, the United States has held sway as the world's undisputed technological superpower, its innovation driving economic growth, shaping military dominance, and underpinning its global influence. However, China's aggressive pursuit of AI mastery poses a direct challenge to this established order, with the potential to tip the balance of power in the 21st century. Recently, China launched a bold 60 billion yuan AI investment fund, a strategic move amid heightened U.S. export restrictions. This initiative underscores China's strategic focus on AI development, leveraging state-backed entities to drive innovation. By 2030, China's AI market is projected to reach a staggering 5.6 trillion yuan, highlighting the nation's ambitions. Yet the challenges posed by U.S. sanctions on Chinese companies cannot be overlooked, impacting their global operations and innovation capabilities. Beyond the military realm, China's AI ambitions have profound implications for global governance and diplomacy. As China's technological prowess grows, so too does its influence in international organizations and standard-setting bodies. This could lead to a world where China's authoritarian values and state-centric model of development are increasingly embedded in the global technological infrastructure, potentially at the expense of democratic norms and individual liberties. The battle for AI dominance is not just about who builds the best algorithms. It's about shaping the rules, norms, and values that will govern the digital age. AI and the future of global leadership. New facts and commentary on global AI innovation and market growth. The emergence of bipolar tech ecosystems. The escalating rivalry between the United States and China in artificial intelligence is not just a competition between two nations. It's driving a broader fragmentation of the global technological landscape. As tensions rise and trust erodes, we're witnessing the emergence of what some analysts call a digital iron curtain, dividing the world into two competing tech ecosystems, each with its own standards, values, and allegiances. On one side of this divide is a US-led bloc encompassing many Western democracies and aligned nations, characterized by a commitment to open markets, democratic values, and a rules-based international order. On the other side is a China-centric sphere of influence, encompassing nations drawn to China's model of state-led development, its technological prowess, and its willingness to offer alternative pathways to economic growth and technological advancement. This bifurcation of the digital world has profound implications for global trade, innovation, and cooperation. Companies operating in a fragmented tech landscape face the daunting prospect of navigating conflicting regulations, incompatible standards, and the risk of being caught in the crossfire of geopolitical tensions. This fragmentation also threatens to stifle innovation, as the free flow of ideas, talent, and capital across borders becomes increasingly constrained. While artificial intelligence holds immense potential for good, its rapid development also presents profound risks, particularly when harnessed for malicious purposes. As AI systems become more sophisticated, their potential for misuse in areas like surveillance, propaganda, and even autonomous warfare raises serious ethical and security concerns that demand global attention and cooperation. One of the most alarming aspects of AI's dark side is its potential to empower authoritarian regimes and erode individual liberties. China's use of AI-powered facial recognition technology for mass surveillance and social control serves as a chilling example of how this technology can be used to suppress dissent, monitor citizens, and enforce conformity. The proliferation of such technologies to other authoritarian regimes could have a devastating impact on human rights and freedoms worldwide. Beyond surveillance, AI can be weaponized for propaganda and disinformation campaigns on an unprecedented scale. AI-powered bots and deepfakes can create and spread false information with alarming speed and sophistication, manipulating public opinion, undermining trust in institutions, and potentially inciting violence and unrest. The weaponization of AI in this manner poses a significant threat to democratic societies, which rely on informed citizenry and open debate. Section 4. The economic battleground, AI, innovation, and the future of prosperity. The race for AI dominance is not just a geopolitical struggle, it's an economic battleground with profound implications for global prosperity and the future of work. Artificial intelligence has the potential to unlock unprecedented levels of productivity, create new industries, and transform the way we live and work. However, it also has the potential to exacerbate existing inequalities, displace workers, and concentrate wealth and power in the hands of a select few. The nations and companies that control the development and deployment of AI will wield significant economic and geopolitical leverage in the 21st century. They will set the standards, control the supply chains, and reap the economic rewards of this technological revolution. This raises concerns about a winner-take-all scenario, where a handful of AI superpowers dominate the global economy while others struggle to keep up. Moreover, the rapid automation of jobs across various sectors driven by AI and robotics raises concerns about widespread job displacement and social unrest. While some argue that AI will create new jobs and opportunities, others fear that the pace of job creation will not keep up with the rate of displacement, leading to mass unemployment and social upheaval. Addressing the economic and societal challenges posed by AI-driven automation will require proactive policies, education and retraining programs, and a focus on creating inclusive economic growth that benefits all segments of society. Imagine a world not so far in the future where the digital Iron Curtain, today a shimmering line of code, has solidified into a stark geopolitical reality. The internet, once envisioned as a unifying force that would connect the world, has become fragmented, splintered into two distinct spheres of influence, each orbiting a technological superpower, the United States and China. This is the potential outcome of the Great Divergence, a future where the AI rivalry reshapes the global landscape, dividing nations, economies, and even the very fabric of the internet itself. In this divided world, two technological giants set the rules of the game, each promoting its own vision for the digital age. On one side, the United States and its allies champion an open, interoperable internet governed by democratic principles and international norms. On the other side, China's model of a state-controlled internet, characterized by censorship, surveillance, and the prioritization of national sovereignty over individual liberties, gains traction among nations seeking an alternative to the Western-led order. This technological decoupling has profound consequences. Businesses face the daunting task of navigating two sets of rules, two technological standards, and two digital realities. Innovation, once fueled by the free flow of ideas and talent across borders, becomes increasingly siloed. The promise of a truly global internet, a marketplace of ideas and innovation accessible to all, fades into a distant memory. In its place emerges a world of digital islands, each with its own rules, its own champions, and its own vision for the future of technology. The battlefields of the future may be fought not with tanks and troops but with algorithms and artificial intelligence. As the AI rivalry between the United States and China intensifies, it's fueling a dangerous new arms race, one where the weapons are not nuclear warheads but lines of code, capable of crippling infrastructure, sowing discord, and even taking human lives. This is the terrifying prospect of the algorithmic arms race, a future where the very nature of warfare is transformed by the relentless pursuit of AI dominance. In this chilling new era, cyber warfare becomes the norm, with nation-states and non-state actors alike wielding AI-powered tools to disrupt critical infrastructure, manipulate financial markets, and steal sensitive data. Autonomous weapon systems, capable of making life-or-death decisions without human intervention, become a terrifying reality, raising profound ethical questions about accountability, control, and the very nature of war itself. The algorithmic arms race extends beyond the digital realm, blurring the lines between the virtual and the real. AI-powered disinformation campaigns, fueled by sophisticated algorithms and vast troves of data, become increasingly difficult to detect and counter, eroding trust in institutions, polarizing societies, and potentially inciting violence and unrest. The proliferation of deepfakes, AI-generated videos that are virtually indistinguishable from reality, further blurs the lines between truth and falsehood, creating a world where seeing is no longer believing. Amidst the escalating tensions and the specter of a technologically divided world, there exists another path, one less traveled but fraught with its own challenges. This is the path of cooperation, of recognizing that the challenges posed by artificial intelligence are too complex, too interconnected, and too consequential for any one nation or bloc of nations to address alone. This is the road not taken, a future where the United States and China find a way to bridge their differences, to build trust, and to work together to harness the power of AI for the benefit of all humankind. This is not a naive call for a kumbaya moment. The challenges are real, the differences profound, but just as the United States and the Soviet Union, locked in the existential struggle of the Cold War, found ways to cooperate on issues of shared concern, so too can the United States and China find common ground on AI. This will require dialogue, compromise, and a willingness to see beyond the zero-sum logic of great power competition. Imagine a future where the United States and China, recognizing the shared risks posed by AI, establish joint research initiatives, share best practices on AI safety and ethics, and work together to develop international norms and standards for the responsible development and use of artificial intelligence. Imagine a future where the transformative power of AI is harnessed not for military dominance or geopolitical advantage, but for solving global challenges like climate change, pandemics, and poverty. This is the promise of a future where cooperation, not competition, defines the AI age. The AI revolution is here, reshaping our world at an unprecedented pace. The choices we make today will determine our future. The stakes have never been higher. The time for action is now. The United States stands at a crossroads. We must embrace innovation and education. Leadership in AI requires bold policies. It's about outcompeting in ideas and talent. Success in AI is a global effort. We must work with allies to set standards. Engage with China as a partner. AI should empower humanity. The journey begins with a single step. Let us choose wisely. Please follow and subscribe for more updates.